Well, what's today's date? 4th. Yeah, 4th of June 2020. And now I just want to try and be brief on this. There's a bit of talk going around about what they call an Australia New Zealand bubble. Lovely terminology, whatever, but what it means is soon they may be able to open up travel between Australia and New Zealand only. No other international travel to any other countries due to COVID-19 being rampaging, let's say, in a lot of countries, particularly in the United States, Britain, parts of Europe, I guess many other countries around the world. So I'm talking about this bubble, but my idea, and I don't care who promotes it, and I don't care, I'm not looking for any kind of credit as such for the idea, but I would like to see a travel permit system to replace or supplement, shall we say, the visa system at the moment and passport system. I'd like to see the same amount of proof. In other words, you identify yourself, you create the same amount of evidence of, like you would with a passport, but a permit is issued. It'd be a photo, your details, it'd be like a one-page passport in a sense, and it would give you permission to travel between Australia and New Zealand, or vice versa, whatever, between over a certain period. You could say, right, 90 days, it doesn't matter. You get a permit for that period of time. It's still registered. In other words, you go to the international and it recognises it at the at your check-in, at your when you're booking your luggage in and all the rest of it, and your border control recognises this permit exactly the same way as they would with a passport. Then the people go, it'd increase the flow of people between Australia and New Zealand and make it so much easier. Right now, and I've got at least one friend who would like to go to New Zealand but doesn't want to pay out a real lot of money for a passport for 10 years and might only want to go once, and who knows what's going to happen. They're talking about 2023 before there's going to be reopening a lot of international travel, and that's a long way off. And I've got family who are booked to go to the Philippines, for example, this year. Well, they won't be able to, I think, the way things are going. But let's just get this idea of an Australia and New Zealand travel permit system going to open up the travel much more than it would be now with just your passports only. So let's make it almost like an interstate trip that and ease the whole thing. You know, the New Zealanders could say, I wouldn't mind going over to Australia for a few days, but I don't want a passport of, for 10 years, or I don't want to pay out hundreds of dollars for all this. If it was just like $20, here, come in, get this thing, press a button, print out the visa, it's like a visa, a permit I'm calling it. As I said, your photo ID, your birth date, your usual things, your other things to prove who you are and so forth, and it gives you a period of time. I'm saying 90 days. Well, you can issue when you apply. When do you want to travel? All right, from that date you've got 90 days. For argument's sake, okay, to make it so simple, that's your travel period. Off you go. I don't care whether they make it 6 months. Just a certain period of time for when this opens up. Alright, so I just want to put this idea out there. I don't know if anyone's going to help a little bit by maybe contacting departments or writing letters to the newspaper or whatever you might want to do to push this idea along. But I'm just throwing it out there as something that I'd like to see done. So I would appreciate polite and civil comments on this matter, but I'll leave it at that for now. Thanks for viewing.